Hello guys, and welcome back to Slovenia, episode number 59 of my European Journeyman Save, where, as you know, we are aiming to win the top tier division in every European nations. We are the manager of Aluminij. I've been on the old Googles learning how to pronounce some of the names. The J is silent, it's Aluminij. So we've been saying Aluminij the whole time. The J is silent, so it's, Aluminij. Since you were last with us, we've had a very productive second third to the season. The players have finally got across the tactic. They're starting to play well together. We've made a couple of additions as well, which has really helped us to kick on. I think we'll start off with the additions before we get into, obviously, what's been happening since you were last with us. The last player that you saw was Stefan Reuter. The centre-half has done very well for us. His average rating is now up to a 7.1, which is really good. Unfortunately, Yuri Turicnik is leaving at the end of the season. Unfortunately, he didn't want to sign a new contract. So I do need to find a new centre-half for next season, if we're still here. Not giving too much away. Next in through the door was an Englishman. Now, when I originally signed Nathan Bartley here, I thought that he was classed as an EU citizen. He's not. He unfortunately does count as one of the foreigners that we've got in the squad now. But you can see there by his season stats: Slovenian First League, 11 appearances, 11 goals, 3 assists, an average rating of 7.87. He's been absolutely fantastic for us as an advanced forward. Finishing is letting him down a little bit, so we are trying to train him to sort of mask that finishing just a little bit. But you know, he's really good. He's got some excellent physicals. And he's done a fantastic job since signing for us on a free transfer, formerly of Mansfield and Huddersfield, where he has scored goals in the past. Next one in was Rafael Duran. Now, he's not really featured too much. Maverick, I think it's Maverick who we play on the right-hand side, has hit a little vein of form. So Duran has only actually featured 2 times for us, and he's actually unhappy about it. But again, another one who we've brought in. He's a right-footed winger, not quite an inverted winger. But again, he's got some great physicals for the position. Another one who we got in for free, formerly of Athletic Bilbao. And he has actually played a game there in the Spanish First Division. So he's got some pedigree to him. A little bit older, 28 years old. He's on the maximum amount of money I could get him on. But looking at his current ability and his potential ability compared to our squad, really important to remember that those stars are compared to the rest of your squad. He is listed as the best player that we have in that position. Unfortunately, like I say, Maverick has just come into his own lately. And finally, we brought in Marjan Stojanovic. He is in on loan from Tabor Shazanza, the team who were relegated at the end of last season. He is a left back, and he is much better than Daniel Begic, who we did have there last season. Again, he's got some really good physicals. His mental's absolutely crazy for a 20-year-old Slovenian. Technical's not the greatest, but he is on loan. He is inconsistent as well. But again, he's shored up the defence, and he offers us something going forward as well. But he's in on a season-long loan. We are paying a bit for the loan at 50k. There's also an optional future fee of £275,000, which is money that we don't have. There's been a couple more outs as well. Colombo, the man who we signed, obviously, last season when we were just getting into the job, we signed him on a free transfer, the young Brazilian. We've moved him on to Maribor for £400,000, and that has helped alleviate some of our debt concerns. We are still in debt, but it's alleviated a little bit. He's also loan listed, so Maribor don't really rate him, and he didn't actually feature too much for us this season. He only played twice, I believe, in the league for us, and Maribor just don't rate him at all. And then finally, Vito Kranic, Kranic is another one who's gone second string. Moved him on, got his wages off the books, £15,000. He's gone down a division, which hopefully, as you can see so far, will help his career out. Now, it does look like he has played a lot of games for Aluminij in the past. Unfortunately, he's just not at the standard that we need going forward in terms of centre-half. So he's not too bad, but compared to what we have, it is not great. I tend to use Tim Sebek when I need cover. He's got a lot of potential as the 19-year-old and can still develop a lot in terms of attributes. But anyway, Financially, like I say, we are still in debt, £440,000 now. We're still underneath the wage budget. No, we're not. We're over the wage budget. It's not in red, but we're committed to spending 11.3. So I don't know who else is leaving. I think we do actually have some future transfers going out. We do. We've got Lipari, Turic, Nick, Mavric. He's rejected a contract. He's actually got a release clause in his contract. And Marko Ilic is going out. So there's some wages going off the bill. But last time you were with us, it was that very, very disappointing defeat to Gorica, who were the team in and around us at the time. They're no longer in and around us. We have been on an absolutely unbelievable streak lately. Of course, you were here for that disappointing 1-0 defeat. We then drew 0-0 with Bravo, which again wasn't exactly great. Bravo probably should have won the game as well. Not a great performance. You can see defensively we were very, very good. After that, we were beaten comfortably at home by Maribor, obviously the team that everybody is chasing in the division. Duran, you can see there, the new signing with a 5.8. Didn't really play very well. We managed to muster 2 shots on target in the whole game. Peter up front didn't play very well. All round, it was just a poor performance. And then we followed that up with a disappointing defeat in the Cup to Tabor Shazanza, the team who we relegated at the end of last season. They actually were the favourites for this game, which sort of tells you something about their squad and our squad. Stojanovic actually played against us in that game. And he was probably the second worst performing player on the pitch. But again, we didn't deserve to win. And we were out the Cup. And that got some of the players angry. But particularly Turicnik, he was really unhappy about being knocked out of the Cup. Some of the other players agreed with him. And it seemed to spark something in the team, because we are now on, I believe, an 11-game winning streak. First up was Domajali, Mavric and Kabangu with the goals in this one. And it was a game that was fairly even, but we defended well again. We put our chances away. Selj, I don't know if the J's silent again. Selly, something like that. We're next up. Nathan Bartley scored in the first minute. Again, it was probably an even game against the team who were bottom of the league. But we defended well again and just about edged it in terms of XG. Now, this is another one that I've Googled how to pronounce. Again, the J is silent. It is pronounced Radomile, apparently. Not Radomilj or whatever I was saying before, but Radomile. And we battered them. We absolutely battered them. Kabangu with a double, Mavric with a double, and Bartley with a double. 23 shots with 12 on target. We scored 6 of the 12 shots that we hit the target with. A huge XG, massive amounts of possession, 6 clear-cut chances. Dominating display. A really dominating display. Kabangu played really well. Marin Mavric on that right-hand side. Like I said, he is keeping Duran out of the squad. Again, played really well. And 6-1 was probably a fair reflection. Olympia were next up. They were in 3rd place in the table at the time. But we put 4 past these as well. Mavric, Kabangu, Villarreal and Bartley with the goals. Again, another game in which, match stats wise, we absolutely dominated them. 7 clear-cut chances in this one. 12 shots on target. Restricted them to just the 2 shots on target. We were thoroughly amazing, and we deserved every bit of it. Copa were next, or Copa. They are the team who are currently sat in 2nd in the table. But again, we won this one. Nathan Bartley with a hat-trick. We were 3-0 up. Copa started to come back into it. I thought we were going to do it. Fairly even game. Maybe Copa slightly edged it. We had the clear-cut chances, though, and we scored them. It was not the best of performances, this one. If you have a look at the match ratings of the squad, the goalkeeper played well, and the 2 boys up top played well as well, which is how we've managed to come away with this victory. Next up, obviously, we had the mid-season break, so ignore these 2, just friendly wins. Bravo were next, though. They were still flying high in the league at this point, in 4th place, I believe. Again, this is another one that was a fairly close game. Bravo maybe should have got something out of it. But it's another one that we were 2-0 up in, and Bravo came back in the last 10 minutes and made it 2-2. And David Arujo popped up in the 93rd minute with his first goal for the club to secure all 3 points for Aluminij. Again, the front 4 played really well. And I was I was pleased. I would have took a point. I would have took a point from this game. But we did keep our run going. Mura were next. Now, Mura are having an absolutely shocking season. Kabangu with one. Peter scored a hat-trick. Simovic did reply late on, but just have a look at the XG story. They were never in the game. Another one that we absolutely dominated. And if you just have a look at where Mura are in the table, they currently find themselves in 8th out of 10 teams. Now, these guys are predicted to finish second. And they probably the only team in Slovenia who do consistently push Riga. But they've had a shocker. They've had an absolute shocker of a season. And the manager's still there. I've been looking. I'm thinking, could I take Mura over if things don't work out at Aluminij? Because just look at the finances. Look at the money they've got. We could do great things with Mura. They haven't won a game in the last 5. They are struggling, and we piled the misery on with a 4-1. Little bit of revenge against Gorica, a 3-1 win at home. Peter and Trezor Kabangu with 2. Top Black did get 1 for Gorica. They actually went ahead. But again, XG-wise, we just about edged it. We sort of came into it in the latter stages of the game with those 2 Kabangu goals. It was another one that was close, but we took our chances and they didn't. So that's the difference there. Selly, I'm going to say Selly from now on. I'm just going to assume that the J is silent. A 1-0 win in this one, but it's another one that we absolutely dominated. Their keeper Filipovic had a really, really good game. Our entire squad had a really good game. 1-0, it probably should have been more. But like you say, their goalkeeper kept us out with 9 shots on target. But it was still another win. And then most recently, I've taken on Domajali. 4-2 win in this one. Nathan Bartley with a hat-trick. Kabangu with 1. They did get 2 back very late on. But you can just, again, see by the XG match story that the 2 that they did score were... They're only 2 shots on target. So Nikolic is a little bit culpable for that one. But we had an XG of 4.63. 6 clear-cut chances. And we just absolutely... annihilated them basically. 60% of the ball, they barely saw the ball. We played really, really well again. Those front 4 are really starting to work well together. I don't know why Peter's on the left-hand side. I think possibly through suspension or injury. And that leads us up to today where we are taking on Bravo. Now, you may have already noticed in the top left of the screen that it does say that we're currently sat in 3rd in the table. And that's correct. This amazing run of form that we've been on has seen us catapult up the table into 3rd place. We're just 2 points off 2nd. There's no catching Maribor. They're 18 points clear. Never going to catch them. They've got a goal difference of 50. We are the 2nd highest scorers in the league, but we're also the 3rd worst defence in the league, or 4th worst defence in the league, which doesn't help. But we're 5 points clear of 4th place, and we are currently sat, I believe, in a European Conference League spot, which would help the club out massively financially. It would really do us really, really good financially. I'd love to get to the Europa League spot and overthrow Copa, but we've got a gap to Olympia. We're 12 points clear of Bravo, who could knock us out of that European spot. The form we've been on has just been amazing. Kabangu's now, I was going to say he's closing in on the top scorer in the league, and then I had a look and saw how many Janez Horvat had scored. He scored 32. It's nearly double the next best. But, wow, Maribor are going to be a hard team to knock off. But getting into today's game, we are taking on Bravo, looking to make it, I think, 12 games in a row that we've won. We are the away team. Bravo sat in 5th. Obviously, beating Bravo today would just affirm our position in the top 4 in the European places. So the lineup that we're going with for today is going to be, Perk's injured, which is why he's not on the left-hand side. It's going to be Mastria, the man on loan from Spezia, on the right-hand side. It's then going to be the departing Yuri Turinic Turicnik in the centre of defence alongside Stefan Reuter. Marjan Stevanovic on loan from Trebor Szanza, starting on the left-hand side. In the midfield too, it's going to be Mario Rodic. He's really made this position his own of late, alongside Frank Zizmund, one of our academy prospects. On the right-hand side is going to be Marin Mavric, the man who's really picked up some form of late. 5 goals and 10 assists. It tells you everything you need to know. Yuri Mavric is going to start on the left-hand side now. As you can see by his match fitness, he doesn't massively feature for us. Obviously, Perk plays there. I think there's somebody else who we play there as well when we need to. Villarreal, he has been the starter for much of the season, but he's still out injured. He's been out injured for a little while. So the two Mavrics as the wingers, and up top is the two top scorers in Cabangu and Bartley. Again, they've done really well together, and they do play really well together. So that's the lineup for today. Hopefully we can beat Bravo. Like I say, affirm our position in that top 4. It'd be nice if Olympia dropped points as well. I'm just thinking now, I should have known how this was pronounced, because I know that Olympia, I know that the J is silent, so why wouldn't the J be silent in the other ones? Just me being a dummy. Some of these names and stuff, obviously that's the thing that you get with a journeyman save like this. You go to so many different nations, and the pronunciations of the names, it's weird. Like, I would pronounce that as Zismund, but because it's got those little things over the Z's, I presume it's Zismund, something like that. I don't know. I don't speak Slovenian. I barely speak English. Never mind Slovenian. But yeah, hopefully we can continue this fantastic run and beat Bravo here. And we get our first highlight. It is in the 22nd minute. Now, Bravo have been on top in terms of match momentum in this game. We haven't really got into our rhythm yet. Rodic has picked up a yellow card, I've noticed there, which means he is going to be suspended for the next game. Olympia have also taken the lead away at Maribor, which is a little bit disheartening. But here come Bravo with Ezek. It's now Vidmar to Furjancic. It's well cut out by Mastria, though. The Italian striding forward finds Cabangu, the Congolese. He's got his Englishman strike partner in the centre, but Bartley can't find the finish, and it's gone wide of the post. And again, it's starting on this right-hand side with a Mastria throw-in. It's Mavric. Finds Rodic inside to Zismund. Zismund looking for some support. Comes back to Turichnik. Mastria, Rodic. Turichnik again. To his central defensive partner in the Belgian, in Reuter. Bringing it forward. He's got Rodic ahead of him. Can Rodic look up and find a pass? He can. He's gone over the top, looking for Mavric. Mavric gets there. Repsas has come out, but Mavric, the angle was too tight. He maybe should have took another touch and looked to find one of his teammates. That was an opportunity there, and that's gone down as a clear-cut chance as well. Possibly one that we should have been scoring, and it does look like Maribor have actually equalised there. So Mavric with the corner towards that near post, and Reuter headed clear though, but Mastria should get there. He's got Zismund alongside of him. It swings the ball back in towards Cabangu. It's well headed clear by Zek though, but Reuter picks it up. Mavric looking to get the ball in again. Vidmar heads clear this time. We've been what? We've got a penalty. What? Okay, I didn't actually see anything. We've been given a penalty. Was there a push? Don't know. I'm not going to complain. Cabangu steps up though. It's hit the post, probably justifiably, because I didn't see anything wrong in that passage of play. Obviously, the referee has seen something that the rest of us didn't. Not the best first half. We haven't hit the target yet. Everywhere else, we're dominant. We are dominant everywhere else. They've had 3 shots on target, though. We haven't seen any highlights of them, so they can't have been anything too spectacular. But Cabangu is on a 6.3, having missed that penalty. We need to hit the target, basically. That's there's no two ways about it. We need to hit the target to score. Oh, Olympia have taken the lead again against Maribor. Maribor showing that they are beatable here. Again, we have still not hit the target. We've had 10 shots, 11 shots now, and we've still not hit the target. Ripas with the goal kick. Zismund wins the header, finds Bartley. Bartley's got Mavric ahead of him. Mavric into the centre of the pitch, striding forward, has the effort from range. Now we finally hit the target. But it's straight down the throat of Ripas. A comfortable save for the goalkeeper there. We are going to look to make some changes 67 minutes in. The fact that we haven't hit the target yet. Cabangu's actually injured. I didn't notice that. But we're going to get Peter on. Marin Mavric has not had the best of games. So Rafael Duran, I've been bigging you up, Marin. And you're letting me down here. You're embarrassing me. We'll get Rafael on though. Get those 2 attacking players on. See if we can hit the target again maybe. We'll demand more from the boys as well, because now 15 shots with just 1 on target. Here's Stojanovic though. Zismund, Stojanovic with the cross towards the back post, and Bartley's headed clear though, but Rodic should get there. He doesn't. It's Fojanovic. Rodic does really, really well. Tackles back. Finds Turchnik inside to Zizmund. Turchnik again. He's got Rodic ahead of him. Zizmund. Nice little passing move here to create some space. Rodic goes over the top towards Bartley. He's one-on-one with the keeper. He's got to score. It's a shocking touch. Shocking touch from the Englishman. And Repsas comes out and claims it. Bit more composure there and we were in. Stojanovic heads that away, but it's only as far as Valera. Strojkal's in and Nikolic saves us there. He saves the ball from going into the net. I can't believe Bartley's not scored that. It's going to be Fojanovic with the corner though. For Bravo. It's a near post one and it's headed on target and Alec has scored for Bravo. Alec has scored for Bravo. We've got 15 minutes remaining. It's just typical, right? We've been on this unbelievable run of form. As soon as I hit record, this happens. Still a chance, though. Reuter heads that clear. He's got Rafael Duran. Another poor touch. Kapun gets back at him. It's Vukovic to Alex. Fojanovic. Vukovic. Poor ball forward. Easily cut out by Mastria. It's Turchnik. What a shocking pass that was. Stojanovic was no chance there. Zek. Striding towards the penalty area. He's got no support though. It's a good tackle there by Reuter and Stojanovic comes away with the ball, striding down the left hand side. Looks long over the top towards Bartley. Should get there. Better touch from Bartley this time. Has he got any support? Can he get the ball into the box? Can. Swivels on it. Peter! Oh, good save by the goalkeeper. In repass there. Stopped Peter scoring the equaliser. Duran is going to take this corner though. And it's towards that near post and Reuter's headed clear again though and Strojkal is bringing the ball forward. He's all by himself though. Zizmund, the man facing up, but Football Manager said no. We've still only hit the target twice. Fojanovic is going to get there. Kapun now on the left hand side for Bravo. Brings Vukovic into it. Fojanovic forward towards Valeria. Turchnik chases him out, but Zek, good play there. Strojkal's in, and it's another good save by Nikolic. And Bravo carving out all the opportunities here. We just, finishing wise, we've been appalling in this game. Fojanovic with the corner. Takes his time. Weighing up his options. Now does strike it towards that near post again. Headed clear, but he's going to get a second opportunity to get the ball back in. It's Vukovic. And it's gone wide of the post. Come on, boys. 10 minutes. Nikolic with the goal kick finds Mastria. A little bit of a strange goal kick there, but Mastria, it's a shocking pass again. Valera pinches the ball. Rodic chasing him back, or is it Zizmund? He's dived in. Valera, I think that was Turchnik bailing Mastria out there with after that shocking pass. 2 shots on target. I can't believe it. 3 now. And it does look like we're going to actually fall to our first defeat in a long time. Again, like I say, it's just as soon as I've hit record, we've just fallen. Well, we haven't fallen to pieces. You can see how well we've played. We just haven't hit the target. We haven't scored. A different day, we should have won that game. And that is a really, really poor result in the grand scheme of things. I think Olympia have taken points off Maribor, which doesn't help us. In fact, yes, Olympia have won, so they've closed the gap to us now. Bravo has closed the gap to us back to 9 points. And that wasn't a great performance. Well, it was a good performance. What am I saying? It was a good performance. We just didn't hit the target. And it's our first defeat in quite some time. Right, guys. We'll be back at the end of the season. It's Olympia, believe it or not. Last game of the season. Hopefully we're still in that little that fight with Olympia. So it makes it a little bit interesting. We're in the fight with Copa as well. Copa drew the last match, so there was an opportunity to go ahead of Copa. But guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully I can rediscover this form. Although we didn't actually lose the form. We just had we got FM'd, basically. Got FM'd in that one. Yeah, guys, thank you for watching. As always, please remember to hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button. It does help me out. And I will see you all for the next episode where we're going to wrap up the season. Cheers, guys.